Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Matt with RARTCG. Today, I've got my coffee and my Pokemon mug. Don't worry, it's like almost 9 p.m. when I'm recording this. And yes, this is decaf, so I should be fine for going to sleep. I just love coffee, to be honest. If you're a coffee enjoyer, let me know down in the comments below. But today, I want to talk about this concept of cheat codes to help grow your Pokemon business or to help you fast track success in life. Believe it or not, there actually is a cheat code, and we're going to discuss it, and you're going to maybe be able to cheat your way to the front. Before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Really stinking close to 850, so thank y'all so much for the love and support. I really appreciate y'all. Every single video, every single comment, even if you have a take that just disagrees with me altogether, I enjoy reading them, especially the ones where you take time to really express yourself. Lean in, let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. Today's video, I'm really interested to see if y'all resonate with this concept. And it's something that I've really resonated with for a long time, but just today I got some more more verbiage, I have more to talk about rather than just a concept. And so we're gonna dive into it, but first let me sip some coffee and we're just going in, okay? Just a second. I'll try not to slurp it or anything. Hopefully that was good. Okay, let's go ahead and dive in. So the shortcut to success. I have been a big proponent in life that talent really means nothing. This one time I was sitting in a master class in college. I was a music student, so we sat in a lot of master classes. I took a master class on how to breathe properly for being a musician and a vocalist. Believe it or not, that's actually hard, okay? Actually breathing appropriately so that you can sing and sing opera and all this other stuff. It's actually hard work to train yourself how to breathe the right way. But one of the master classes I sat in was this guy presenting this, I forget the guy's name, really smart guy. I wish I could give him credit. But he basically came out, first thing he said, talent doesn't exist. And what he meant by that is, I'm sitting around all these music students that are dreaming of becoming the next opera star, dreaming of, starting a band or whatever they're dreaming of, any of us are dreaming of. He's basically saying that it doesn't matter how much raw, skills and talent you have. Success in life comes from people that do things. It comes from people that put in the hard work. It doesn't matter how naturally gifted you are towards one thing or the other. It matters the amount of effort, time, and energy you put into something. Your output is directly measured by the amount of input you put into it. Now, you could make a counter argument and say well, some people are born and they are tone deaf. They can't sing, or they're born and they can't do X, Y, or Z. How does that stand up to those? And obviously there's going to be examples, but from a very broad general standpoint, taking it outside of any specific skill set, singing, musician, all of that, I really do think there's a lot of credence to what that professor was trying to present in that time. Believe it or not, all of us are kind of naturally gifted, or we have natural interest towards one thing or another. And so it's going to make us pursue those things more than others. And the more that we pursue something, the more we learn about it, the more we interface with it, interact with it, and the more it can appear to people on the outside that we're just naturally gifted at something. For example, standing in front of a camera and talking like this is not something that comes natural to people. But believe it or not, this is not something I'm naturally gifted at, even though you may look at me and be like, man, that guy just talks, there's no edits and blah, blah, blah. Honestly, I have gone through a lot in my life to prepare me to be able to stand in front of a camera and literally just let my thoughts flow out and hopefully add value to anybody watching my videos. For example, the reason why I studied music in college was because early on when I was in middle school, my mother took me out of the public school I was in and put me into a fine arts school. At that fine arts school, I got to audition. I had to go through the stress as a 7th and 8th grader of auditioning for a choir that traveled and performed professionally. I traveled internationally with this choir. And I promise you, out of the hundreds and thousands of performances that I've done, I was extremely nervous. The first time I ever, I think the first performance I ever did was singing at a Catholic wedding. And I remember that was the most terrified I had ever been in my life because it felt like the stakes were so high. I was so stressed out about ruining somebody's wedding as as an eighth grader. You know what I mean? Like of all the things to be stressed out about, you would think like eighth graders shouldn't have to live through that. But like I was so stressed. The same is true for we went and performed in a choir competition internationally, and we're featured on the news and blah, blah, blah. Like all of that stuff was the hardest, most intimidating, most stressful thing I've ever done in my life. But it did allow me to start learning a skill set in order to understand how to present myself, how to talk in public, how to perform, how to X, Y, and Z, and how to be comfortable in this type of setting where I'm literally, like, if you think about it, I'm just talking to myself at a wall. Like that's kind of crazy. Like if you were to walk in and there wasn't a camera up and I was just kind of going at it, you'd be like, is this guy okay? Is this guy okay? But all that to say is you watching this video, you don't see the background of it. You don't know all the hundreds and thousands of times that I've stood in front of people and had to present myself in a certain way, had to speak in front of a large group of people, sing and perform in front of a large group of people. Literally thousands and thousands, if not tens of thousands of times that I've done that throughout my life. And so be careful as you look at people in life. You may think to yourself, like, that person just is so natural. Like they don't have to try at all to speak in front of a camera. They don't have to try at all to have the physique they have or to have the athletic performance and accolades that they have. It just comes so naturally. They don't even have to try for it. How is that fair? Life sucks. But you don't see the story behind the story, okay? That's always present. And that's leading to this big idea, this cheat code that everyone can access, that everyone can participate in, just like we're playing old school GTA and we're doing the left, right, all that kind of stuff. Like there is a cheat code, but it's not sexy. It's not pretty. It's not exciting, okay? Somebody I follow on Instagram, also a really well-known author and everything, is James Clear. If you don't know who James Clear is, go pause this video. Should I say pause the video? No, watch the video and then go Google James Clear, okay? You could think about picking up some of their audiobooks, but really what I want to recommend that you do is you go follow them on Instagram. James Clear drops all of these little nuggets of wisdom all of the time, and today he posted one that really resonated with me, and this idea that I've lived my life by, which is talent is not real. Success comes to the person that actively does things, that actively practices and works hard. James Clear said it this way. He said, I'm going to paraphrase a little bit, but he said, the cheat code is doing the work you are avoiding. I'm just butchering that. But basically, he said the cheat code is doing the work, okay? That is literally the whole purpose of this video. If you want to grow your Pokemon business, if you want to get better at doing YouTube or posting content online, the cheat code is doing the work, okay? That sounds so simple, but it is so not simple. You see, I think the point that James Clear is saying, and what I'm reading into this, is people take so much of their time looking for shortcuts. They take so much of their time looking for cheat codes to cheat the system, to get a leg up, to get ahead of somebody else, to cut in line, find the fast track to success, get rich overnight, all of this stuff. Like we spend so much time researching what's the next pump and dump card, what's the next booster box that's going to skyrocket to 1,000, 1,500. And we're so busy filling our lives with so much noise that we lose track and lose sight of the ultimate cheat code, which is just to do the work. If you're a Pokemon business, doing the work means that you are actively buying inventory, listing the inventory, and selling and shipping the inventory. You're actively buying and selling no matter what the market's like. I know a lot of conversation, is this a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? The truth is if you're a business, you don't have the luxury of deciding that. You need to be engaging with the hobby with whatever capital you have. Some of you, like me, I don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars, but I've built up to where I have thousands of dollars that I can deploy each and every month so that I can consistently be doing the work. And what's crazy is the more I've done the work in my business, the more money and capital I have to do the work. And the more success I'm finding, the more ways I'm learning about how to become more efficient and effective in my business, increasing my profit margin, finding alternative ways to sell products. Like all of this stuff has come to me not just because I'm like some natural savant. And it's kind of funny, like I'm really small time. Okay. I'm talking big right now and I mean it. Like I've seen a lot of success. Like my business has like it's multiples of X's bigger than whenever I started, right? Like it's crazy as I take account of the inventory I have, what's in the bank account, what's actively selling, the revenue I'm generating. I sometimes I step back and I'm like, holy cow. Like this is real. This is really happening. And it's with something I'm so passionate about. It's with cardboard, with little pieces of cardboard. Like this is happening. This is exciting. I don't want to slow the momentum. No, I'm not where I want to be by a long shot. But like if I take a second to acknowledge where I was and where I am now, it is crazy. And it's all because I did the work. Let me take another drink of coffee. Let me know, is that resonating with you? Let me know that in the comments. You got a couple seconds. Man, I love coffee. I'm like a sucker for just like, give me some French vanilla, throw a little creamer in there. We are good to go. When I go to Starbucks, sometimes I'll order like a pumpkin spice latte, but like 99 out of 100 times, I'm just ordering like a vanilla latte, whether it's hot or cold. I just like vanilla and I like just plain lattes. Pretty basic. Okay, so I love this concept, right? Like there is a cheat code. There is a way to get ahead. There is a way to be more competitive and to really put yourself out there and to grow and learn and be a better business, be a bigger business. And that's just by doing the work. It's absolutely insane, y'all. So let's go ahead and start landing the plane, okay? We're gonna start closing out the video, and like Rudy always says, that means I'm halfway through the video, which no, that's not true. I really am gonna end soon. I hope that this isn't discouraging to you. Like I just really encourage everyone watching, like take a second after this video, after you're done watching, even if it's right now, just close out and think about it. How much time in the last week, in the last month, have you spent trying to find plays and ways to shortcut to success? And even more sobering is how much money, potentially, how much capital have you spent on things trying to shortcut or cheat code your way ahead? Think about what if you would, what if moving forward, you redirected that time, that effort, that money, that energy to actually just doing the work, you know? So instead of speculating on what the next huge artist is going to be and what the illustration rare you should be investing in or what the next Cosmo Hollow to pump from, 5 cents to $3 is going to be, that sounds very specific, right? I love Cosmo Hollows and I have like a whole stack of like 300 Hollow Energies right here. I love that, and I wouldn't trade that for the world. I am speculating on them, but I'm really proud of those Hollow Energies, okay? Besides the point, I'm kind of calling myself out. But really think to yourself, instead of doing those things, redirect that focus and energy to actually doing the work of buying and selling. What can you do this week to help you do more of the work, to actually get more reps in? Because the other parallel that I can really like resonate with that's right along this lines is like fitness and strength goals, okay? Like I started training strongman about 3.5 years ago, going on 4 years. That's really exciting. And whenever I started training, there were so many times I just wanted to give up because I wasn't seeing progression. I wasn't able to hit PRs. In fact, I was comparing myself to people that had been in the gym for years and years and years, thinking that I should somehow be closer to where they are whenever I was on year 1, like month 6, day 5. Like that's just not realistic. And the crazy thing is, at least in my experience, if you go to the gym and someone's rude to you and they're like just like a really mean, muscly person, I'm so sorry if that happens to you. But in my experience with being at like hardcore gyms, like strength training gyms, people that are training for like bodybuilding, is like everyone that has been further along than me, that has like I've had the opportunity to meet and talk to, those people do not look at me with judgment when I can't deadlift 275 pounds. Those people look at me striving to be better, and they actually reach out and provide advice, coaching, tips and tricks. Like the people that are actually doing the work, when they see other people struggling in the work to get better, they're not going to point and laugh. They're going to come alongside you and help guide you in the proper direction that's going to lead to success. And I just think that that's really, really amazing. And I hope that you can feel that from this video. Is I haven't made it yet, right? But I have done the work, at least to this point. And I just want to walk alongside you and help you maybe not get distracted, or maybe stop comparing yourself so much. Maybe stop looking at other people's success and downplaying it. Chances are every single person, from the Pokey Revs to the Danny Phantoms to the Pokey Ennies, even Nostalgianomics, I know some of you haters out there, all those people had to put in the work to get to where they're at. And I think that's respectable. And I think we have a lot to learn from anyone in that situation. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this little, we're just going to steal it from Pokey Pastor. I hope you really enjoyed this Wednesday wisdom. I just messed it up, man. TJ does these Wisdom Wednesdays, and I hope this resonated with some of y'all. I hope it added value. TJ, sorry I stole your idea a little bit, but did I steal it? I gave you credit the whole time. I'm talking about you right now. Anyways, have a good one, guys. I'll see you for the next one. Peace.